Welcome to Your Region This Week. I'm Carla Fitzsimmons, filling in for Andy. In this episode, we get tips on emergency preparedness, and a popular park in Waterloo has launched its annual light display. But first, here's a look at the headlines. 3 men are facing charges after police locate a substantial chop shop in North Dumfries Township.
This investigation began on November 23rd after a stolen Toyota Tundra was found at a business in Darrell Drive in North Dumfries Township. Members from our break-enter and vehicle theft team responded and arrested 2 males for possession of stolen property as a part of the initial investigation. At the business, the officers located what is commonly referred to as a chop shop. That's a place where stolen vehicles are disassembled for parts to be sold separately later on. This was a large, sophisticated operation, as you can see from the videos and the pictures here, and the investigators believe this has been running since October of this year. A search warrant was executed with assistance from investigators from the Equite Association, and in total, 52 high-end vehicles were recovered worth approximately $4 million. The majority of vehicles recovered included those commonly targeted in reprogramming thefts, and that included Toyota Highlanders, Toyota Tundras, Lexus SUVs, Dodge Rams, and Ford F-150s. At this time, we believe the vehicle parts were being shipped overseas for resale. And in addition, the investigators seized $80,000 worth of tools and also 3 forklifts along as offense-related property. As a result, in total, 3 males have been charged with possession of stolen property over $5,000.
Kitchener's Catalyst Commons has become Canada's largest privately held co-working space with its recent expansion, and it will be home base to OVIN, Ontario Vehicle Innovation Network.
Post-COVID, Catalyst Commons filled up quite rapidly. We actually just doubled it in size. We're announcing today we went from a roughly 70,000 square foot co-working space to now the largest privately held co-working space in Canada at over 125,000 square feet, and we think we'll be largely full by the summer. So it's been pretty exciting to see, even with all the remote work that's happening, people want to be co-located with their teams. They just are now remote and looking for flexible options like co-working space. We've always, with Catalyst Commons, one of our goals has always been to have a fully private, sustainable model that can support innovation. And so we're really excited to have the OVIN incubator coming into Catalyst, joining all the private companies that are here. We have 150 private companies that are already here. And this incubator being here, the incubator itself, footprint's small, but as they bring in more and more companies, it's going to bring more private enterprise into Catalyst Commons.
Ontario is a hotbed of innovation and startup activity, but we can't pretend like a lot of it doesn't happen in Kitchener-Waterloo area. So certainly as we look at where we're piloting this OVIN incubator initiative, Kitchener-Waterloo is front and center, and no better place than Catalyst Commons. Catalyst Commons, as you can see, has become a center of innovation, of startup activity, of commercial activity in the region, and so it just naturally makes sense to set up some space here. The idea behind putting space in the community is to get the startups that go through the programming and the support to actually be in the community and working with peers and with others that can support them and grow them. We're really focused on growing Ontario companies in Ontario with an all-of-Ontario approach, and Catalyst Commons and Catalyst 137 is the epitome of that. As you know, Ontario is a global leader in the automotive sector. We have been, we will continue to be. We've attracted a record-breaking number of investments. We are front and center in the global automotive sector for centuries to come. The province has worked very hard. The Ontario government's worked hard. One of the big pieces of the puzzle that we've always been a leader in and we want to continue to be a leader in is the supply chain. And so really the goal with establishing these incubators is to start the next generation of Ontario companies, leveraging all of the know-how and innovation and technology and entrepreneurship that we have across our province regionally, and build the next generation of companies and get them into the global supply chain. So it's really important that we leverage this opportunity to take our companies and get them to market, and that's really what this is about.
The Chris Kindle Market returns to downtown Kitchener, and it runs throughout the weekend. The annual holiday market will fill the streets at Kitchener City Hall with shopping and food vendors. For more information, visit kitchener.ca. Coming up. a passion project with a tasty outcome.
Sundays for Pairs is a service that we believe will help you discover more of God's promises and purpose for your life. A reminder that God is for you. Courtesy of Pairs Community Church. Join us every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. on Rogers TV to be encouraged and pointed towards hope.
My name is Matthew Rutledge. I'm a 60 scoop survivor, born in Red Lake. Was adopted from there to Toronto at the age of 4. A lot of our brothers and sisters, family members got separated from each other. That was the government's goal, to break that connection from brothers and sisters. Basically taking the Indian out of the child. Right now, they're still trying to find themselves. Originally, my birth name is Harvey Halverson. In my high school days, teens, I was trying to fit into society. I knew I was First Nations, but I didn't know who I was inside. I think later in life, I started that journey. I am proud, Anishinaabe man, of who I am now. I love life, who I am.
Today, I helped a senior find transportation to an important medical appointment.
Today, I helped a new mom find virtual programming so she didn't feel so isolated.
Today, I helped someone understand new government supports.
Every day, 211 navigators connect Canadians to critical government and community programs and services.
211. Help starts here.
Having an emergency kit can make all the difference during a crisis.
Hey everyone, my name is Alessia Scrow and I'm an Emergency Management and Business Continuity Coordinator, and today I'm here to speak to you about the importance of an emergency kit. An emergency kit is a collection of essential supplies designed to support you and your loved ones during an emergency. These critical items are intended to sustain individuals when access to their regular services or resources may be disrupted, ensuring basic needs are met in critical times. Taking proactive measures to prepare an emergency kit will not only alleviate stress and offer peace of mind, but it will enable you to respond efficiently in time-sensitive situations, ensuring the protection of your health and well-being. Let's have a look at some of the essential items that you should have in your emergency kit. First, we'll start with non-perishable foods and an emergency water supply with long-lasting shelf life. Then we have a collapsible water container in case you need to fill up water on the go, or in case your water is contaminated and you need to keep a supply for yourself. Then we have a personal first aid kit with emergency sleeping blankets as well. We have a flashlight that is also a crank radio. Then we have a slip for your insurance documents or other personal documents specific to you and your family members. Then over here we have a slow burning candle with matches, as well as a long lasting glow stick for a light source in case of a power outage. And then we also have certain tools in addition to a power bank to charge your electronics. It is important to note that not all emergency kits will look the same. You or your family members may require items specific to your preparedness needs, such as prescription medication, sanitary items, additional personal documents, such as an emergency plan or an emergency contact list between you and your family members, local maps, emergency pet supplies, and more. To ensure you and your loved ones stay informed and prepared, we welcome you to visit our website, cambridge.ca/emergency management, for more information on emergency preparedness.
A four-legged member of Waterloo Regional Police Service has retired after 8 years of service. Ranger hung up his leash last week.
Good boys. That's a good boy. My name is Abdul Zalmay. I am part of the K9 unit for Waterloo Regional Police Service. I got into the unit in 2017. Ranger was introduced to me in June of 2017. Obviously, our relationship was extremely close. I've worked with Ranger for 8 years. I've had him since he was 11 months. He's a big goofball. He's switched on when he needs to do the job, but when he's at home, he's the biggest goofball around. He'll run around, do the oddest things you could possibly think of a dog doing. But when he's at work, he's so focused to do the job. It's a very purposeful life for our dogs. We spend pretty much 24/7 with our dogs. They come to work with us and they go home with us. So throughout the 8 years, that bond has built, and I'm very excited and happy to be able to keep him after retirement and give him the life he deserves and he's earned. So it'll be nice for the final send-off into retirement and kind of just take his equipment off and let him be a dog. That's ultimately what I want for him now. He's made me proud, and I think letting him just enjoy the rest of his life and being a dog, I can't ask for more.
Super, buddy. Good job. Good job.
Headquarters to all units. We'd like to congratulate PSD Ranger on 8 years of service with more than 600 deployments, 85 arrests, and 50 evidence seizures. K-9 Corps is 10-7 EOS for the final time. We thank you for your service, Ranger.
Lighting up the night sky with a festive twist at Waterloo Park. It's Wonders of Winter.
Well, Wonders of Winter started 31 years ago by a chap by the name of Bill Weiler. He had the bright vision of putting lights in the trees. Well, we moved a long way from that. Bill ran the show till about 10 years ago, and then he said, David, it's time for you to kind of dig in. But what it means for the park is we have an underground infrastructure of wiring that allows us to put displays up and time them. So they come on at 5 o'clock till 10:30 every night now till January the 4th. And we hope that the people of Kitchener-Waterloo and region will come for a walk in the park. It's good for your health. It's a beautiful park to walk in, especially now that we have this snow on the ground. And try to figure out what some of the displays are. Well, the highlight, I think, this year is our fire truck we built for the Waterloo Professional Firefighters Association. They help us set up displays because we need some strong backs and strong bodies. And these folks are amazing. They work a 24-hour shift and then they come out and spend 4 or 5 hours with us. It's phenomenal. So they said, can you build a fire truck? And we did. So this fire truck is about 8 feet long, 5 feet high, and has a ladder that goes up and down and sprays water in the up position. And I think from concept, we played with the design of the truck for about a month and then got into building it. And I'm thinking it probably took us about 20 hours. Well, we have about 180. But then if you count Santa and the 9 reindeer, the old reindeer display only had 7 reindeer. We have no idea how that happened. That probably was a 30 or 40 hour build. And he's 5 pieces. So when you add all that up, we have about 250 pieces of displays that are out there. Well, we have a core group of about 12. And when we're building and setting things up and taking things down and fixing stuff, we have about 20 that rotate in and out as they go through their daily routines and can set time aside to come and help. Yeah, so this core group is wonderful. We have about 50 official sponsors. These sponsors pay us a stipend every year to maintain the displays, help transport them, set them up, and rejuvenate them. They're putting money back into the community, if you will, and this helps us buy more rope light, controllers, flashing light for the fire truck, things of that nature. Some people ask for, could you build this or could you build that? Sometimes we can, sometimes we can't. You don't have to come and spend any money. You don't need to buy tickets. You can come on your own schedule. The lights come on at 5 o'clock at night, and there's a reason for that. We had a family come to us and say, we like to get our kids home to bed. Could you turn the lights on a little earlier? And we did. This year, the lights are staying on until January the 4th. Normally, it's New Year's Day, they turn off. But again, we had a group of people come and say, you know, the kids are out of school. There's nothing to do that week. Could you leave the lights on? And we are.
A Paris handyman takes his construction skills and applies them to a suite structure with epic results.
Yeah, I did 4 years ago was the original town hall in Paris, Ontario. And it was actually shortly after I did that one, I came up with the idea of doing Santa's Workshop, or my version of Santa's Workshop at the North Pole. And I actually started working on that design 4 years ago. And I haven't done a major one since. So it's kind of like, I decided like 6 months ago, it's like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it big and do it like super detailed this time. Yeah, I actually started a little bit of it in June. I did two of the side towers that are cylindrical. Did those back and threw them in the freezer. Then never got back to it again until the week before Halloween, and did nothing from that point until November 28th. Every day I was working on the piece, and just kept knocking stuff off. It was 160 hours total, and that's not including the design process, because the actual constructing of it, or like baking and constructing, was 160 hours. So the main goal was to compete and you had to actually have it judged, because I've never competed before. And the show just south of Barrie in Innisfil. The best judges I could find, one being Beatrice Mueller, who's the top gingerbread artist in North America, and Teresa Arrojo, who's one of the top sugar artists in Canada. So it was like, if I'm going to be judged, these two know what they're looking at. And I actually know Beatrice. The entries are judged blind. The judges don't know who created anything. So I wanted to see how I would do with Beatrice judging my work. So I came in second, which wasn't bad for my first time. I came in second as far as the judging goes. People's Choice, I won that. Every year I try and push myself to do something better than the year before. I build things for a living. That's kind of what I do, like actual built-in furniture or porches or decks and all that stuff. So I'm just using my construction skills, applying it to cookies. For 2 weekends, it's in Wincy Mills in Paris, Ontario. Wincy Mills is kind of like a communal market type thing. There are different vendors in there. So it's going to be in there for the 2 weekends. It's going to be raffled off, and all the money going towards helping or fundraising for the Paris Historical Society. They're one of my favorite charities. So I donated the piece to them. So 100% of what we get from the raffle will go towards helping keep the Historical Society and the museum in Paris going. So.
Hi, I'm Stacey Bester, the host of Sweet Occasions here on Rogers TV. I'm so looking forward to season 7, where we're serving up both sweet and savory dishes. I hope you'll tune in and enjoy all of the flavors that we have for you. And don't forget to make every day a sweet occasion.
Today, I helped a parent feed their family by connecting them to a food program.
Today, I helped someone connect with mental health supports.
Today, I helped a couple struggling to pay their bills access financial aid.
Every day, 211 Navigators connect Canadians to critical government and community programs and services.
211. Help starts here.
Hey guys, Steph here from The Cruise TV, the show where we talk about the people and stories behind the coolest cars on the road. Join us on Sundays at 8 p.m.
Hey everybody, it's Sean Ferfaro reminding you to tune in every week for This Week in Rangers Nation. It's everything our town that you want to know about your Kitchener Rangers. Catch it every Friday at 6:30 p.m. right here on Rogers.
I'm Wendell Clark with a word about winning. We all know it takes a team effort in any sport and with any challenge. You can be a part of the winning team that shuts out impaired driving. Whether you're out on the town or just hanging out with friends, drink responsibly. Always have a plan for a safe ride home for yourself, your family, and your friends. You'll be helping to shut out impaired driving.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
In sports, highlights from Saturday, November 30th between the Lady Rangers and the Junior Griffins at Exhibition Arena in Guelph. Darren Stevenson has the call.
Under 13 local league hockey from Guelph, the hometown Junior Griffins looking for a victory on home ice. They were facing the Kitchener Lady Rangers on Saturday at Exhibition Arena. First period, it's the Rangers with the first good scoring chance. Sophia Chadwick to Lily Mitchell in front. Good stop from Ivy Vieg. She hangs on for a whistle, and we stay scoreless. Later in the period, it's more from the Griffins goaltender. This is Amelia Cooper breaking in. Ivy Vieg with 2 stops. She denies Cooper. We remain without a goal. Then it's a good opportunity for the Griffins. Corinne Roseboom fires. Gabby Erb keeps it out. The game is scoreless after the first. Second period now, Amelia Cooper picks it up behind the net. She finds Alexandra Slater, who opens the scoring. Slater gives Kitchener the lead. They are up 1-0. A few minutes later, how about this effort from Sophie Paget? She speeds in, holds off the defender, and Paget scores. Big marker from Sophie. She gives Kitchener a 2-goal advantage. Third period, the Griffs looking to rally, but Rangers goalie Gabby Erb with a big stop. She shuts the door on a breakaway, still 2-0. A little later, it's a great goal from Sophie Paget. She comes in and scores on the backhand. Paget with a pair, and the Rangers pick up a win on the road. They win a hard-fought game over the Griffins. 3-0 is the final on Saturday afternoon.
For more local sports stories, check out 519 Sports Online. Darren Stevenson and his team work to bring our community stories about local athletes. Visit 519sportsonline.ca. Stay connected with City News Kitchener. You will find what's making headlines here at home and around the world. Looking for traffic and weather information, plus the latest prices at the pumps? Click on the tabs to find out. Watch, listen, stay connected with City News Kitchener. Still ahead, visit Victorian England at Christmas time.
Hey folks, it's me, Giovanni Petiti, the host of Not Tonight. It's the new late night talk show right here on Rogers TV. We got fabulous guests, a lot of laughs. It's just like the Jimmy Kimmel Show, if you order the Jimmy Kimmel Show on Wish. So join me Sunday at 10 o'clock right here on Rogers TV. Nice.
Everybody knows not to drink and drive, but some people still think it's okay to take drugs and drive. Police have the authority, the ability, and the tools to determine if drivers are impaired by legal or illegal drugs. And because drug-impaired drivers can pose just as great a risk as drunk drivers, they face the same penalties, like the loss of their driver's license, a criminal record, fines, and more. A message from the RCMP, the Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police, and Arrive Alive, Drive Sober.
For me, the end was just the beginning. I felt I must come. If I did not come at once, it would be too late. And these places that are watered with the best blood of Canada might only be names and memories. I see it in the soldiers, the grief I know so intimately. And I will not abandon these men to it. The isolation wears on me. Slowly, the silence takes over, as if my heart has given out of air. I cannot talk. I can only paint.
For more than 2 years, Mary Ryder Hamilton painted the battlefields of the First World War, creating an unforgettable visual record of service and sacrifices at immense personal cost.
And finally for us, back by popular demand, inspired from Charles Dickens' novels, an enchanting miniature village. On loan from Dave Herner and his family, it's on display at Castle Kilbride. And that's our show for this edition of Your Region This Week. Thanks for watching. I'm Carla Fitzsimmons. See you next time.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
They've reached the summit! Back-to-back Stanley Cup victories.
Greatness.
And a new legacy begins. Absolutely amazing. It has happened in Vegas.
It's not a destination.
And lightning has struck twice.
It is a continuous journey that never ends.
These are the moments you dream of. Stanley Cup champions.
My childhood was quite difficult growing up in the foster system. As a foster child, you don't